Imagine a world painted in colors you've only dreamed of, where gravity fades and you can fly, not through the sky, but through a shimmering liquid universe. This is the Red Sea, a real-life coral wonderland, teeming with dazzling fish, graceful turtles, and vibrant reefs. Beneath the sun-baked desert, a hidden world of breathtaking beauty and life awaits. Take a deep breath. Let's dive into the adventure of a lifetime. The boat rocks gently on turquoise water. The sun is hot, the air thick with salt. You pull on your mask, heart thumping. A backward fall, sudden bubbles, cool splash. The world above fades. As the bubbles clear, a vibrant, silent world opens. You float, weightless, surrounded by color and life. As we explore this incredible place, you might wonder, what exactly is this stunning city made of? It looks like rock, or maybe like some kind of weird underwater plant. The truth is far more amazing. This entire gigantic structure, stretching for miles and miles, was built by tiny animals. That's right, animals. They are called coral polyps. Each polyp is a soft-bodied creature, no bigger than a grain of rice. They are the master architects and tireless builders of the reef. They build hard limestone skeletons around themselves for protection, like tiny houses made of stone. This is the secret to their success. These little polyps don't live alone. They live in huge colonies, with thousands or even millions of individuals all connected together. Over generations, as new polyps grow on top of the skeletons of their ancestors, the reef expands. It grows upwards and outwards, creating the complex structures we see today. It's like building a city brick by brick, except the bricks are alive. This process is incredibly slow. Some of the massive coral formations you see in the Red Sea have taken hundreds or even thousands of years to grow. They are ancient living monuments, a testament to the patient and persistent power of nature's smallest engineers. But the coral polyps have a secret weapon that helps them build their empire. Living inside their tissues are even tinier organisms, microscopic algae called zooxanthellae. This is one of nature's most brilliant partnerships. The algae use sunlight to make food through photosynthesis, just like plants on land. They make so much food that they have plenty to share with their coral polyp hosts. In return, the coral polyp provides the algae with a safe place to live and the raw materials they need for photosynthesis. This team-up is what gives corals their spectacular colors and the energy they need to build their massive skeletons. This relationship is also the reef's greatest vulnerability. If the water gets too warm, the corals become stressed and they kick out their colorful algae partners. When this happens, the coral tissue becomes transparent, revealing the white limestone skeleton beneath. This is called coral bleaching. It doesn't mean the coral is dead yet, but it's starving and fighting for its life. It's a stark reminder of how fragile this powerful ecosystem is. Every single vibrant reef is a delicate balance, a beautiful and complex partnership between tiny architects and their even tinier solar-powered friends, working together to build a world. Drifting along the reef's edge, the coral gardens give way to the vast, mysterious blue. Here, ocean giants glide past, sharks, dolphins, and turtles, each a whisper of the deep. This is a world of beauty and drama, where every encounter reveals the reef's wild, interconnected life. Descending into this underwater paradise, we find a living garden sculpted from stone and light. Brain corals, sea fans, and staghorn thickets create a vibrant maze, sheltering countless creatures. This dazzling diversity forms the heart of the reef, its fortress, nursery, and stage. These gardens are the soul of the Red Sea. The Red Sea is a living canvas bursting with vibrant color. Fish flash electric yellow, blue, and orange. Corals glow in pink, crimson, and gold. Here, color is life, communication, defense, and beauty. As you drift through this rainbow world, you become part of the spectacle, surrounded by nature's most exuberant masterpiece. The reef's complex structure is more than beautiful. It's a fortress. For small creatures, every crack and crevice is a sanctuary from predators. From tiny gobies to moray eels, the reef offers ingenious hiding places. Even sandy patches shelter stingrays and garden eels. The reef is the perfect sanctuary in the wild ocean. While many reef creatures use bright colors to stand out, an equal number have perfected the art of blending in. In the perpetual arms race between predator and prey, camouflage is one of the most effective weapons. The ability to become invisible in plain sight is a superpower shared by many of the reef's most fascinating residents. These masters of disguise can change their color, their texture, and even their shape to match their surroundings perfectly, making them incredibly difficult to spot, even for a keen-eyed diver. Spotting one of these hidden gems is one of the most rewarding challenges of exploring the reef. Consider the scorpionfish, the undisputed grandmaster of camouflage. It doesn't just blend in, it becomes the reef. Its skin is a mottled collection of fleshy tassels, warts, and flaps that perfectly mimic the algae-covered rock and coral it rests upon. It will lie perfectly still for hours, looking like nothing more than an uninteresting lump of stone. When an unsuspecting smaller fish swims too close, the scorpionfish's mouth opens with a lightning speed, inhaling its victim in a fraction of a second. Its disguise is so flawless that you could swim right past one and never even know it was there, a hidden predator hiding in full view. Another incredible illusionist is the octopus. This highly intelligent cephalopod is the Harry Houdini of the reef. It can change not only its color, but also the texture of its skin in an instant. It can go from being smooth and brown on a sandy patch to bumpy and mottled as it crawls over a piece of coral rubble. This allows it to move across different environments while remaining perfectly concealed. If camouflage fails, it has a backup plan, a startling blast of ink to confuse a predator, giving it just enough time to jet away and vanish into a tiny crack that seems impossibly small for its body. The reef is also home to creatures that use mimicry, a slightly different form of disguise. Instead of blending into the background, they pretend to be something else entirely. The ghost pipefish, for example, is a small, delicate fish that looks almost exactly like a piece of drifting seaweed or a crinoid feather. It floats head down in the current, swaying gently with the very plants it seeks to imitate, making it invisible to both its prey and its predators. This constant game of deception adds another layer of complexity and wonder to the reef, reminding us that there is always more than meets the eye in this enchanted underwater world. As the sun begins to set, casting long golden rays through the water, a profound change comes over the reef. The vibrant, bustling city of the day slowly winds down, and a completely new cast of characters prepares to take the stage. This is the beginning of the night shift, a magical transformation that reveals a hidden side of the reef's personality. The fish that filled the water column in colorful schools, like the anthias and fusiliers, retreat into the safety of the coral branches for the night. The parrotfish find a secure crevice and secrete a protective mucus cocoon around themselves, like a ghostly sleeping bag, to mask their scent from nocturnal hunters. As twilight deepens into darkness, the reef awakens with a different kind of life. Your dive torch cuts a sharp beam through the inky water, revealing creatures you would never see during the day. The corals themselves seem to transform. The polyps, which were mostly retracted during the bright daylight hours, now extend their tiny translucent tentacles into the water column. They wave gently in the current, capturing the zooplankton that rises from the depths under the cover of darkness. The entire reef surface now looks fuzzy and alive, as its architects finally emerge to feed, giving the structures a soft, ethereal glow in the torchlight. This is the time of the hunters. The moray eels that spent the day hidden in their caves now leave their lairs, slithering through the reef like great serpents in search of sleeping fish. White-tip reef sharks, which are often resting during the day, become far more active at night, their sleek bodies patrolling the reef channels with lethal efficiency. You might see them probing into crevices, their flexible bodies allowing them to hunt in places other predators can't reach. The sounds of the reef also change. The crunching of parrotfish is replaced by the clicking and snapping of hunting crustaceans. The darkness also brings out some of the reef's most delicate and strange inhabitants. Basket stars, which look like a tangled ball of twigs during the day, unfurl their impossibly complex, branching arms to form a massive net for catching plankton. Crabs and lobsters emerge from their hiding spots to scavenge on the reef floor, their eyes glowing red in the beam of your light. A dive on the Red Sea Reef at night is like visiting a completely different world. It's a mysterious, thrilling, and profoundly beautiful experience that showcases the relentless 24-hour cycle of life and death that powers this incredible ecosystem. One of the most mesmerizing aspects of the Red Sea Reef is that it is never, ever still. It is a world in a constant state of flux, a perpetual dance of life choreographed by the invisible hand of the ocean currents. You can feel this movement as you drift along the reef wall, carried by a gentle flow that requires no effort on your part. This current is the lifeblood of the reef. It brings with it a steady supply of plankton, the microscopic organisms that form the very base of the food web. It is a delivery service for the corals, sea fans, and countless other filter feeders that depend on this floating soup for their sustenance. This constant motion dictates the behavior of the reef's inhabitants. Schools of orange anthias face into the current, their mouths wide open as they pluck tiny morsels of food from the passing water. They hover in a shimmering cloud just above the coral, a living windsock showing the direction and strength of the flow. When the current picks up, they press closer to the safety of the coral. When it slackens, they rise higher into the water column. Their entire existence is a delicate balance, staying in the food-rich current without being swept away from the safety of their home. The dance of life extends to every corner of the reef. Cleaner shrasser stations are bustling hubs of activity, where larger fish, including predators like groupers and barracudas, queue up patiently to be serviced. The small, brightly striped wrasser swim fearlessly into the mouths and gills of these giants, picking off parasites and dead skin. It's a remarkable truce, a moment of peaceful cooperation in a world where it's usually eat or be eaten. This symbiotic dance is crucial for the health of the entire fish community, preventing the spread of disease and keeping the bigger fish in peak condition. The entire reef pulses with this energy. A turtle soars past on the current, with a few lazy flaps of its flippers. A cloud of sergeant majors swarms a patch of rock, laying their purple eggs in a frenzy of activity. A blenny pops its head out of its hole, surveys the scene, and pops back in again. There is always something happening, always a small drama unfolding. This world in constant motion is what makes the reef so captivating. It's not a static museum display. It is a living, breathing, and endlessly dynamic community, where every moment offers a new and unforgettable scene in the grand theater of the ocean. The Red Sea is a bustling underwater metropolis, home to dazzling butterfly fish, majestic angelfish, and the bold Red Sea anemone fish. From the powerful giant moray eel to the heavyweights like groupers, every resident plays a vital role. Together, they create the vibrant, ever-changing community that makes the reef so magical. The clownfish and sea anemone share a remarkable partnership. The anemone's deadly tentacles protect the clownfish, while the fish's special mucus keeps it safe. In return, the clownfish defends and cleans its host. Together, they thrive, an underwater alliance perfected over millions of years, and a true symbol of the reef's ingenious survival. The Red Sea is home to gentle giants, sea turtles and dugongs. Gliding through the water or grazing on seagrass, they bring ancient calm to the reef. Rare and vulnerable, these wise elders remind us of the ocean's quieter side and what we stand to lose. Their presence is pure wonder. Meet the ocean's top predators, dolphins and sharks. Dolphins, playful and intelligent, leap and glide through the Red Sea, working together in pods. Sharks, from the sleek white tip to the gentle whale shark, rule these waters. Both inspire awe, reminding us we are guests in their wild, magnificent world. While the big, charismatic animals like sharks and turtles often steal the spotlight, the reef would quickly collapse without its army of unsung heroes. These are the cleaners, the recyclers, and the maintenance workers who perform the essential jobs that keep the entire ecosystem healthy and functioning. They are the cleanup crew, and their work, while often unnoticed, is absolutely vital. They are the foundation upon which the entire glittering city is built, and they deserve their moment in the sun. Without them, the reef would quickly become choked with waste, algae, and disease. Take, for example, the humble sea cucumber. These sluggish, sausage-shaped creatures might not be the most glamorous residents of the reef, but they are its vacuum cleaners. They inch their way across the sandy patches between corals, hoovering up sand and detritus. They digest any organic matter, like waste products and dead material, and excrete clean, filtered sand. They are constantly tilling and aerating the seabed, preventing the sand from becoming stagnant and ensuring nutrients are recycled back into the system. An army of sea cucumbers is one of the best indicators of a healthy, well-functioning reef environment. Then there are the grazers who keep the algae in check. In the battle for space on the reef, fast-growing algae are the coral's biggest competitors. If left unchecked, algae could quickly smother the corals, blocking out the sunlight they need to survive. This is where herbivores like the parrotfish come in. With their powerful, beak-like mouths, they scrape algae off the coral and rock surfaces. This not only keeps the algae under control, but also creates clean space for new coral polyps to settle and grow. As an added bonus, the coral they grind up is excreted as fine, white sand. A single parrotfish can produce hundreds of kilograms of sand every year, helping to build the beautiful beaches of the Red Sea. Finally, we have the ultimate hygiene specialists, the cleaner shrimp and cleaner wrasse. These tiny heroes run dedicated cleaning stations on the reef. Larger fish, even big predators, will queue up and patiently wait their turn to be serviced. The cleaner shrimp will crawl all over their bodies, and even inside their mouths, picking off and eating parasites and dead skin. It's a risky job, but the cleaners are so valuable that their clients would never dream of eating them. These tiny janitors play a massive role in controlling disease and keeping the entire fish population healthy. They are the doctors of the reef, proving that even the smallest creatures can have the biggest impact. The Coral City is a non-stop buffet where every creature is part of a complex food web. Tiny phytoplankton and zooxanthellae, powered by sunlight, form the base of this pyramid. Plankton feeds everything from coral polyps to whale sharks. Herbivores like parrotfish graze on algae, keeping the reef healthy. Carnivores, groupers, lionfish, and jacks hunt in their own unique ways. Every resident is both hunter and hunted, weaving a dynamic web of life. Here, eating is survival, and the buffet never closes. Space is precious on the reef, and many residents fiercely defend their turf. Damselfish farm algae gardens and bravely chase off intruders no matter the size. Anemone fish guard their anemone homes as a family, confronting threats together. Territory means food, shelter, and a chance to attract a mate. Flasher wrasses perform dazzling displays to win the best spots. Every day is a contest for the prime real estate of the Coral City. Only the boldest and smartest hold their ground. Competition is fierce, but cooperation is just as vital on the reef. Symbiosis creates powerful partnerships, like the goby and pistol shrimp. The shrimp digs a safe burrow. The goby stands guard, warning of danger. Cleaner shrimp set up stations, bravely cleaning even the teeth of moray eels. These alliances defy logic, but ensure survival for both partners. Trust and teamwork are the reef's secret weapons. In the Coral City, strange friendships make the impossible possible. Predators on the reef use cunning strategies to catch their prey. Scorpionfish ambush with perfect camouflage, striking in a flash. Jacks and trevallies hunt in packs, chasing schools with speed and teamwork. Moray eels slither into crevices, sniffing out hidden meals. Stingrays sense buried prey, pinning them down in the sand. Each hunter is uniquely adapted for survival in this competitive world. The hunt is a daily drama, where only the cleverest eat. At the reef's edge, a shimmering cloud of silversides moves as one. Suddenly, a grey reef shark appears, circling the school with predatory intent. The fish tighten, panic rippling through the group. The shark strikes, scattering the silver cloud in a burst of energy. In seconds, the hunt is over. The shark succeeds, the school reforms. This primal drama keeps the ecosystem in balance. The Coral City is both beautiful and wild, where life and death are always entwined. The reef's beauty is built on a constant cycle of struggle and renewal. Predators drive the ecosystem, keeping populations balanced and energy flowing. When creatures die, scavengers recycle every scrap, fueling new life. Nothing is wasted. Every death supports the next generation. The circle of life connects every resident, from algae to shark. This perfect loop is the genius of the Coral City. Here, every player has a vital role in the grand story of the reef. The Red Sea's coral reefs are ancient cities built by tiny architects thriving for millennia. But now, a silent enemy, climate change, threatens their existence. As oceans warm, corals expel their algae partners, losing color and life, a process called bleaching. The Red Sea's corals are resilient, but even they have limits. Time is running out. Coral reefs face pollution, plastic, and direct human damage. Threats that leave a lasting mark on this fragile ecosystem. Runoff and trash smother corals, while plastic and abandoned fishing gear trap and kill marine life. Anchors and careless divers can destroy decades of coral growth in seconds. The reef is under constant stress, like a city choked with rubbish and damage. Protecting reefs means changing our habits and being mindful visitors. Our actions matter. Despite the threats facing coral reefs, there is hope. In the Red Sea, resilient corals and dedicated scientists are fighting back. Through restoration, protection, and innovation, these rays of sunshine show us that nature can recover if we act. The story of the Coral City is not over yet. The fight to save the Red Sea's Coral Wonderland isn't just for scientists or governments. Every one of us can be a guardian of the reef. Our choices, big or small, matter. Respect the reef, reduce plastic, and support conservation. Together, we can help ensure this story has a happy ending. The Red Sea Reef is a living wonder, vibrant, vital, and breathtaking. It protects coastlines, supports millions, and teems with dazzling life. Yet, it faces grave threats from climate change and pollution. But hope remains. Resilient corals, dedicated scientists, and restoration efforts show this world is worth fighting for. Its future depends on us all. Our dive together may be over, but your own personal adventure into the world of ocean conservation is just starting. You don't need to be a marine biologist or a deep-sea diver to make a real difference. The most powerful tool you have is your passion. You have seen the wonders of the Red Sea. Now, I'm calling on you to become an ambassador for this incredible ecosystem. The first step is simple. Keep learning. Follow conservation groups online, watch documentaries, and read about the latest scientific discoveries. The more you know, the more powerful your voice will become, and the more you will inspire others to care. Next, share what you have learned. Talk to your friends, your family, and your community about the Coral City. Show them the pictures from our journey. Tell them the stories of the marine marvels we've met. Many people have no idea what lies beneath the waves, and your enthusiasm can be the spark that ignites their own curiosity. Use your social media to share positive stories of conservation success, to raise awareness about the threats, and to celebrate the beauty of our oceans. Every post, every conversation, every share helps to build a global community of people who care, and that is a force for change that cannot be ignored. You can also vote with your wallet and your actions. Support businesses that are committed to sustainability. Reduce your own plastic use and carbon footprint. If you travel, choose eco-friendly options. Join a local cleanup event for a beach or a river, because all waterways eventually lead to the sea. These may seem like small steps, but when millions of us take them together, they create a tidal wave of positive change. You are not just one person. You are part of a growing global movement of ocean guardians, and your contribution is vital to our collective success. The future of the Red Sea's Coral Wonderland and all the reefs across our blue planet depends on us. It depends on our passion, our choices, and our willingness to speak up for a world that has no voice of its own. The challenge is great, but our capacity for innovation, compassion, and collective action is even greater. The story of the reef is far from over. Let's work together to make sure the next chapters are filled with triumph, recovery, and breathtaking beauty for generations to come. Your adventure starts right now. Let's get to work.